Yes, people, welcome back. Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1. Estevao wins it at the death. I was going to say steal it at the death, but no, there was no stealing involved in this. There were no crimes. The only crime that was committed was by Florian Wirtz stealing 150 million. But yeah, people, hit those likes, hit that subscribe. Woo! This man. I am exhausted. I feel like I played 90 and some extra time. You hear the voice scratchy. Got the water here. Might have to get some tea in a little bit. But yeah, this one was. Look, Chelsea and Liverpool have had some games in the past that have caused minor heart attacks before. Add this one to the list. But yes, Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1. Well deserved. Well deserved. By far the better team. By far the better manager in this one. The better substitutions. The better tactical setup. Everything about them today was excellent. And look, we were up against it. We were up against it from the aspect of an injury ravaged team, suffered more injuries, although we hear that some of the subs were taken as a precaution. But look, we start Sanchez at goal, Gusto at right back. I'm sorry, reset right back. Josh Thaddeus Shield as a center back, Cucurella as left back. The midfield was Caicedo, Enzo, and Gusto. Right wing was Neto. Up top, João Pedro. Left was Garnacho. And it was a good start. It was a energetic start. It was a organized start. The press was fantastic. The matchups we were winning. I said before on the preview and some other content creators channels where in order for us to get joy out of this game, we had to win at least one of the battles out wide. Our fullbacks our fullbacks against their attackers, and then our wingers against their fullbacks. And apart from Gakpo, who was the only player from Liverpool that had any kind of joy against us, we won every battle. Cucurella won the battle with Salah. Garnacho and Gittins won the battle with Connor Bradley and Szoboszlai. Pedro Neto and Estevao won the battle on the right side against Kirkez and Andy Robertson. Midfield won the battle. Caicedo. Well, I mean, what can you say about Caicedo? I think the highest praise you can say about him is not only the best six in the league, maybe the best midfielder overall in the league, maybe one of the best players in the league, because week in, week out, the performances that this guy has, that he puts in, the fires that he puts out, the passing, and now he is adding goals to his game as well. That goal, opening goal, ball falls to him a little bit, probably about 25 yards out. He takes a couple of touches. Liverpool doesn't they don't close him down. Garnacho does it, or Gusto does a pretty decent job of making a run off the ball, which sort of keeps Van Dijk and it keeps Kirkez a little honest on that backside. And Caicedo just hits a rocket into that top left-hand corner. And no goalkeeper in the world is stopping that. Their goalkeeper, obviously, Allison was out injured. Marbadishi, whatever his name is, with his feet terrible, but made some excellent saves today, because it could have really been 4-1, 5-1 had we had our finishing boots on. But, in a game like this where emotions are high, the margins are tight, you need some moments of magic. And that first goal by Caicedo was out of this world. So we get the goal there, and we're just controlling things. We're controlling things. Things are working well. Liverpool eventually do get back into it. They make a little bit of joy with a ball comes in. I think it might have either been a corner or a cross from the right-hand side. Isak tries to bring it down. Looks like a touch, like he kind of meant it, but definitely he was trying to bring it down and then turn, pivot, put his left foot through it. It falls to Gakpo, who gets in front of Malo Gusto, who was kind of sleeping at the back post, um, as Gusto does a lot of times. But look, I'm not going to crash it out on Gusto today because otherwise, when he was in that midfield, I thought he was excellent. He was energetic. He was excellent on the press. He was calm on the ball. He um, wasn't trying to do too much. He was getting the ball in good positions, getting it to players that are more attacking than him, and then continuing on with his run or being an option. But yeah, other than that one moment of madness, Gusto had a good game. Center backs, Josh was really fantastic. Would eventually go off injured. Precaution is what we're hearing. Josh was very good. A couple of times he carried the ball forward excellently. Badia's Shield was locked in, fantastic. Again, goes off injured, but like I said, we're hearing that it's just a precaution. Fantastic from Badia's Shield. Distribution was good. Wasn't really risky on any passes. Sort of no nonsense defending today. He was just clearing a lot of things out of play, so we could sort of reset our lines. Cucurella, I mentioned before, fantastic, not only defensively but also going forward. Ultimately gets the assist on the Estevao winner, but yeah, the back was calm. Sanchez didn't have too much to do. Kicking his long distribution was fantastic. He played some balls over the top that found the feet of Garnacho in stride. That was picture perfect. But some of his short to medium type passes were, of course, not really alleviating the pressure that we'd like, and going out of play. But apart from that, like I said, Sanchez was, I can't remember too many saves he had to make. There was a couple that sort of um, Liverpool hit right at him, so he was kind of calm in there. Um, Reece James, man, when Reece is one of those players where when he's in the lineup, I feel like we can beat anybody. He is that good. He is not only an incredible right back, he can step into midfield, he can overlap. And then today, center back locked up Isak, locked up Ekitike, didn't give Verts any joy. When he's matched up with Gakpo, did well. Just a fantastic captain's performance from him. And just what a player. What a player. Midfield, I talked about Caicedo, just ridiculous. Enzo was on it today, winning duels, killing Gravenberch today. Excellent going forward. Unlucky. Probably should have had a goal. Had a couple headers that he put just wide, one he hit off the post, but was fantastic. In attack, João Pedro had a couple of nice turns. Didn't really get too many shots off, which is a little worrying because we need Pedro to start to get some of these shots off and work the keeper a little bit. But he was working hard for the team, winning fouls, linking up the play, doing all the things that João Pedro does. We just need to kind of get him firing again. Garnacho, I thought was pretty good. Definitely his best performance in a Chelsea shirt. Should have won a penalty. I thought that was a penalty on Szoboszlai. I thought Szoboszlai knew exactly what he was doing. You could say it's soft, but Garnacho's running at pace. Any sort of touch is going to make him fall. But he was very, very good today and very active and very troubling to Liverpool right backs, whether that be Conor Bradley, who had to go off at halftime because he was booked and was on danger of getting a red, and then eventually Szoboszlai. Um, Lord knows what would happen if they would have brought Fimprong on. But I thought Garnacho was good. Neto had some moments there. I thought we don't really play to Neto's strengths a lot, where we delay on the pass that would play him in behind. And it's a fine line, and the timing has to be right. But his best attribute is on that counter. Thought he was good both there and defensively. The subs today by Maresca were fantastic. Like I mentioned before, both center backs needed to be subbed. So Hato came on for Badia's Shield, and then Lavia actually came on for Josh, and then Reece moved into to the center back. Gusto moved to right back, and Lavia was. Those are the kind of performances that make you frustrated with Lavia, from the aspect of you know that he can do that 9 times out of 10. He is that good of a player, and he makes that much of a difference when he's in our lineup. But we just don't see him enough. But today, we know he loves the game versus Liverpool, and he was fantastic, fantastic. Played some passes that probably could have got him an assist. He played one around sort of through the middle and a little bit angled to Gittins, whose first touch took him a little inside. But um, yeah, Lavia was fantastic. Gittins even had a very nice cameo, was very dangerous. He had a shot that worked their keeper that easily could have gone in on a better day. He had a couple balls that he sent in across that ultimately we didn't find anybody, but was very dangerous. Guy came on for Pedro, so obviously he's not going anywhere in January now, but he was he was fantastic and with his pressing and his energy. Probably he had a good chance that Estevao played him through, and he just sort of hesitated a little bit. Maybe you could say the pass from Estevao could have came a little bit earlier, but Guy also could have controlled it a little bit more. But he looked really energetic. He was closing down on their keeper, forced them to play a couple balls out of play. And then Estevao comes on, and Estevao was fantastic. Not only going forward, because we know what he's on going forward with the dribbling, the feints, the passing, and things like that, and just the confidence that he plays with, but the defensive work. There was a couple times where we needed him to track back. He's following the runner into the box for the overlap so that Gusto's not getting doubled up on. He's winning tackles inside the box. He's carrying the ball outside of the box to alleviate the pressure. Just fantastic. And of course, he gets his first goal, official goal in Chelsea Blue to win 95th minute versus Liverpool. Yo, you can't write this. You can't make this shit up. That was, I'm gassed. I'm gassed, folks. I'm gassed. But man of the match, I'm going to give it to Caicedo. Reece James is also in contention. Estevao was fantastic. Enzo was fantastic. Like, you could really share the love all around, but Caicedo for me was just different level. Different level. We always, when we talk about the best sixes in the league or the best midfielders or deep lying midfielders, you talk about the Gravenberches, you talk about the Declan Rices, you talk about Caicedo's, Rodri. He was better than Gravenberch today. They moved Gravenberch back to center back. I don't remember him, Gravenberch, even when he was in midfield, particularly threatening us with any line breaking passes or carrying the ball forward and things like that. So, look, Caicedo, my man of the match. Let me know in the comments who your man of the match was. Let me know what you thought about everything. Always nice to go into the international break with a huge win, especially with this fan base, because we're always teetering on the brink of a crash out. But today, apart from the injuries, everything went right. Everything went right. And hopefully, when we get back from this international break, we should have Cole back. We should have Tosin back. We should have Fofana back. Trev will be back. Santos should be back. So we're getting, if we get some of our players back, we use this game to pick up a little bit of momentum. We need this international break just from a injury standpoint. We got Forest away, then we got Ajax at home, then we got Sunderland at home, and then it's the Wolves in the Carabao Cup, and then after that, it's away to Spurs. So we've got some winnable games coming up. Let's build some momentum. Let's hit that like. Let's hit that subscribe, and we will see you at the next one. Peace. Up the